If you watch my content, a lot of people think that I just always been this woke and spiritual person that knew who she was. No, I was following everyone else's blueprint. I was just 2 years ago spending thousands of dollars on courses to become the next girl boss. This feeling is fairly new. Being happy with myself is fairly new. I wanted to do this video to kind of tell you all my journey and how I became happy with my life now. So I'm going to tell you some of the things I did to just be at peace. That this is my reality and it's okay. Please don't judge my outfit. I'm going to bed right after this. This is my sleeping shirt, okay? So I know it's wrinkled. Don't miss the message. Let me apologize. I know I have not been uploading consistently right now because honestly my videos just sucked. I was recording. They were just bad. I'm just an overthinker and I think I'm just overwhelmed with the fact that I made it to 20,000 subscribers in a month. My goal was only 10. So I'm just so happy and grateful, but I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I have great content every time. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Before we get into the video, let me know in the comments, what are some things that you have done to be happier with the life that you live now? And let's get started. Okay, so number one is having a this for that mentality. What are you willing to either wait for or not have in order to get something that you really want, right? For example, I would rather keep my old car and not have to work full-time anymore. Because I could upgrade my car and get something new. But then I have to stay at my job a little longer. Don't want to do that. I could be living on my own, but then I won't be able to travel as much as I want to. A this for that. Because in life, some things are going to be a trade-off. And if you can't have it all right now, that doesn't mean that you have to do nothing. But what are you willing to sacrifice to have what you really want? This whole thing allowed me to live below my means because it wasn't the fact that I was like, oh, I just don't want to be rich and I wrote that off. It was more or less like, okay, even if I'm not rich, even if I never become rich, what are things I want out of life and how can I get it now? I don't want to have to wait until something happens or I hit the lottery to live a certain life. You get what I'm saying? You may want to work part-time the whole time you thinking you need $30,000 and it may just be you need to cut back on shopping sprees. This for that. Number two, be sure of myself. Now this took a long time. When you're sure of yourself, you're not so easily influenced, and that is a good thing. When you buy people's opinions, you buy their lifestyles, some of the things that people used to say to me really got to me. I felt like my goals were not big enough, and maybe they weren't for them. But then I had to realize like, okay, this is my life, and when I check my bills, my name is on it. Why am I taking everything that people say to heart? People speak based off of their own reality. So you cannot just take what they say and say, okay, I can apply that to me. Their life is completely different from yours. I remember one day I was talking to my work homegirl who is older than me and she's on the verge of retirement. And someone came up to me and said, I heard you talking about retirement, but you don't know you got another 40 something years before you retire. Who got 40 years? That's your reality, not Kiki's. And I'm not bashing your reality. If you okay with it, you okay with it. But no, you're gonna sound crazy to people sometimes with your plans. I know people look at me sideways every time I speak because they like, really, Key, you really think you're gonna do this? Yes. I am the author of my own book. I'm starting to realize my analogies kind of suck. But anyway, y'all get what I'm saying? Number three is to watch people who are living like you. Stephanie Perry, she is on the loose. Picky Girl Travels the World are some women who look like me and do what I do. And you're gonna need that for whatever you do. I'm not saying that everyone wants to retire early like me or take a sabbatical, but whatever it is that you want out of life, look at people who are actually doing it because anyone else may be a naysayer. Talk to people, watch people, have conversations with people with that same mindset. Because then once you do that, you don't feel alone. I would have felt more out of place like an alien if I didn't know that women existed who also wanted to retire from the 9-to-5 corporate America lifestyle. Number four, and I talked about this before, but stop comparing your everyday life, your ups and downs, to someone's highlight reel. You don't know what happens on the back end. Not saying I hope anything happens, but because we only see the good in social media, you don't know. If I would have a bad day at work and someone cursed me out like a dog and I would go into the car and cry, I don't remember ever posting a picture like, so sad, sick of this. Nobody does that. So to assume that everyone's life is perfect is not fair to you. You have to understand everyone has ups and downs, but no one really shows their downs. It's social media, so they're not really supposed to either. You are posting more when you're happy. Remember that. So is everyone else who's living the life you think you want to live. Another way that I became content with my life, and this is going to sound crazy, but complaining. I was the type of person who, when I was not feeling something or not happy about something and I would vent about that, the first thing people told me was, well, be grateful. Some people wish they had this, or they wish they could do this. And that is not a reason to be complacent, okay? Yes, be grateful. Always be grateful, because that's how you attract more. That's how you attract an abundance. But don't be complacent just because someone else doesn't have what you have. That's not fair to you, right? So when people always tell me, oh, you need to be grateful that you got a job, a lot of people would, that doesn't mean I want to be there all day. And I don't mean I like it like that. I don't. I am grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I have income, but I don't want to be there. No, I'm not super happy when I clock in. I'm just not. But being honest with myself more than anything and saying, I don't like this about my life, it allowed me to change it. I changed my life so drastically because of little small things I would complain about. I don't like 5 o'clock traffic. That's why I went part-time. I was like, be real with yourself. If you're not happy, I don't care if it's not something super bad. People always feel like they have to validate making decisions to change their life off of something being terrible. No, you don't always have to be running away from something. Sometimes it's just like, I don't like this. Okay, let me change it. You know what I mean? Don't try to talk yourself into loving something that you really don't like. Number 6 is reflecting. I love to reflect on the old me. I usually do that by reading my old journals. I remember when I wanted to be where I am today. And I do believe in that saying where they say, don't look back unless you want to see how far you've come. That's the only time I look back. I have no regrets, but I am grateful that I can look back and be proud of who I am. Like, that Kiki 2 years ago would have never known her life would be what it is now. I really do feel like I live a great life. I'm very happy with my life. Like, I wake up every day and I feel so good that this is my reality, you know? There are some times where I need to compare me to me, because I'm like, okay, when I'm not enjoying the moment, like how I feel like I should be, I'm like, okay, remember when you wanted this, don't forget that. And it's so important that you do that as well. That's why I like journaling. If I could recommend, please journal. This is the journal that I have. I can't wait to start writing in it. My cousin got it for me. Shout out to Tori. Love you, girl. It says, you are worthy of every good thing. And if you don't want to really write, maybe you can do a video journal. I also have videos of me talking about where I was in life, and one day I'm going to share it. I think I'm gonna do it when I'm like at 100K subscribers. But also with journaling, I would like to mention scripting. A lot of the reason why I was able to manifest the things I manifested was because of writing things as if they already happened. So instead of saying, I wish I had a house, or one day I would like to da 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 da, you say, I am so happy I finally got the house that I've always wanted. Do that. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, but look up scripting videos. If I find a good one, I'll leave it down below, but that is what I do. Try it, you'll like it. Number 7, and this is so major, but changing my relationship with money. I had a bad relationship with money. Not that I couldn't save money or anything, but I had a fear-based relationship with money because I grew up without a lot of money. Like, we struggled a lot growing up. I had to start viewing money as a currency, because it really is. It's a currency that's supposed to flow. I'm not trying to get too deep or anything, but money is not something that you need to be scared of. If you have a weird relationship with money, for example, maybe you can't hold on to any money. Change that. Money is a necessity, right? We do need money. Get yourself in a position to not need so much of it. It's hard to really know what you want out of life when you're doing what you have to do instead of what you want to do. So the goal is to get yourself out of debt or minimize your expenses so you can really see what you want out of life. But you have to get rid of those golden handcuffs first, and then you'll see, oh, okay, well, this is what I want to do. But when you have to be money motivated, it just changes things. So really think about that. Number 8 is viewing myself as rich. If you look up the word rich, you know what it says? Plentiful, abundant. That's me. About a year ago, I told myself that I wanted to learn how to live off of 50% of my income. Once I did that, when I tell y'all that did it, I started seeing so much money. And it didn't take me making more money, because I don't really make no money. But I was seeing that, wow, all I had to do was cut back. A lot of times we feel like we need more, but sometimes we just need to have less. In conclusion, make it a goal to create the life that you want now. When I realized that happiness was internal, It made me stop looking for external things to make me happy. Stop waiting for the life you want and create it, because you can. What did I say? You're the author of your own life. Be your own hero. Please, if you're not happy with how life is going right now, don't be a victim to your life. Change it. You have all the power in the world to change it. That's what I had to believe to get here, okay? I hope y'all took something from this video. I really hope you did, because like I said, all my videos suck. This is the best one. I'm hoping that when I edit it, it'll be good. I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video.